Oh man, so a lot has been happening, man. A week out from the election, man. You got Big Meech getting out. You got Lil Durk going in. And you got Jeffrey. Shout out to Jeffrey, man. We no longer gonna call you young Shog. Shout out to Lishoga Shoga. R.I.P. to the name Lishoga Shoga. You feel me? Look, man. Shout out to the Young Thug, man. Look, this is gonna be a hard thing for 15 years to stay out of trouble. Look, man. Look, if you're ingrained in a certain environment and you're plus 30 and people try and ban you from where you've been at, where you grew up at, and everybody basically that you've been around, because now you can't be in a room with felons and talking to or associating with them and things of that nature. It's going to be a very tough road to hoe, due to the fact that the music that Young Thug makes and where he's going to be when it comes to um the areas that he's going to be performing in, because it's going to be sometimes that you're going to be in some of these hole in the wall places where the G's go to party. And look, man, we're not going to say that the pigs are going to bam you over your head for being in the room with a felon. We're not gonna say that they're gonna come after you just because you stepped in the room with a Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? But they can, if they so choose. So they can do whatever the hell they want. Who knows what can happen in 15 years? That is a very long time. But shout out to Jeffrey. We believe that it's possible, and we believe that it's gonna happen. Shout out to Jeffrey. Jeff is free. We loving it. You got the mall cop, over here, putting foot in her mouth, man, over and over and over. Out here talking about, you know, she got a Uncle Sherman, Hercules, not by blood, but by love.
And so I always say to people, even when I took the stage as the nominee for the Democratic nomination, that, there is the family that you have by birth, and there is also the family you have by love.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Candace Owens. You are disgusting. You are disgusting. Let me tell you something. People would say that Lil Durk, Big Meech, and young that Jeffrey is the scum of the earth. Which one of these guys, man, tell me, would sit up there and lie about their goddamn granny and who their granny is, perpetuating something that they fucking not, just so they can get ahead in life, man? Hmm? You bringing your listen. You a politician. You're gonna lie. We understand and know that politician. We understand that. We get it. But for you to make an egregious lie, as far as look, the street people, they lie about who they is. They be faking and perpetrating and things of that. This is it. Let's say that the one thing that black people can't stand is a perpetrating ass fake ass person, man. You can get the geeks and the nerd type of people. The so-called lames type of people. Not the lames, because they do dumb shit, but like the so-called geeks, the so-called nerds, they could be around, the so-called cool people. You feel me? And no, there would not be an issue as long as you ain't fake. You know what I'm saying? The mall cop lying about who she is, and not only that, she trying to perpetrate this black shit. What would the streets do? You got somebody fake trying to perpetrate the streets, like, gonna eat you alive. You know, that's just par for the course, man. That's how it must happen. But when we talk about this perpetrating ass lady, named after the Kamalat Mika man named Kamala Harris. And her last name isn't even Harris, man. It's talking about we overreacting. We overreacting. What? Bro, listen, hold up. There is some of the illest and meanest and, oh man, just demonic people out here in these streets, terrorists out here, man. But boy, when they get around Granny, when they get around Papa, oh man, when they get around Unc and Teed and them, oh man, they transform. They transform into something that you've never seen them be like, you know, transform into a so-called church boy, square type. You feel me? A so-called square nigga holding granny hand as she walking and shit. Shit that you'll never see him. Shit they don't even want you to see, granny. They don't even want don't even come around here. You feel me? And if you're around here, don't you ain't cursing. You feel me? They don't want listen. Turn that music down, type shit. Real talk. With the mean with the I'm talking about the terrorists out here. All right. So you telling me that these types of people are gonna replace their grandmother with somebody else? It don't matter who else, nigga. You know what I'm saying? What do you have in you that would allow you to do that? You know, you know the Kamalat Mika maybe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know for sure, nigga. The fuck you mean we overreacting to this shit, man? Hmm? I know that what. Shout out to Big Meech. People mad at Big Meech. You know what I'm saying? Cause Big Meech, coming home. People mad. People pissed off at Gold James because Gold James welcomed Big Meech back home and things. People saying that Big Meech is a rat because he come back home, man. You know, I mean, look, man, we're not getting into any of that. As far as him being a rat and things of that nature, I'm not getting into that. That ain't none of my goddamn business. All right. But people out here mad, you know, don't welcome Big Meech home because he sold drugs and sold drugs at a high level. I mean, what? Why don't you welcome a doctor? Do something for the doctors and things of that nature. The same doctors that are trying to pay off they 10 years in school and 400, 300, $200,000 in student loan debt by putting your granny and your fucking auntie and your uncles and shit on Suboxones and Percocets after they done got in a goddamn wreck. You know what I'm saying? And after them bitches, them Percocets don't work. Now you're elevating up to the goddamn Suboxones. That shit don't work. Now you're elevating up. Now you're getting back on the street. Now you got to get that fatty. You know, because after them Suboxones don't work, nigga, you got to go to that fatty. Real talk. Because hey, man, it ain't even about them Percocets no more. They didn't elevate it. And that's due to your doctors, man. Because these guys on the street is gonna cut that dope so it can stretch. It ain't gonna be as strong. In a lot of ways, it ain't gonna be as strong as them subs, man. Even your dope fiends taking a quarter strip of the sub, man, and popping that and being good and things of that nature. So you mad at Big Meech? Hmm? Like, I mean, damn. I mean, Big Meech couldn't be who he is without your and my American government. I mean, listen, it's like we forgot that in 2001, the Taliban had already stopped most of the production of the poppy seeds that America was using to import from Afghanistan to America to make money, man. Then in the same year, you got the Twin Towers falling, all right, on their own footprint. Never has had three of them. Not just the twin towers. Go down the street to Tower 7. You got three of them. Ain't no plane hit the tower, man. Every tower that's ever been made since the 30s, man, has been made to not collapse if a plane does hit them. You got two of them happening on the same, three of them happening on the same day. One of them not even getting hit by a goddamn plane. People coming out just saying that they got it. He didn't even get hit by a fucking plane, man. Come on, man. Oh man, you know. Anyways, shout out to the mall cop. Listen, Lil Durk, it's not looking good for Lil Durk, man. Durk, uh, allegedly, assumingly, I don't know for sure. Put out a hit on Quando Rondo. End up killing Quando Rondo's cousin named Lil Pop. R.I.P. to man. You know, Lil Durk put the hit out allegedly, assumingly, we don't know for sure, trying to avenge King Vaughn. R.I.P. King Vaughn. King Vaughn gets himself in a deadly situation because he decided to punk Quando Rondo. You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, uh, I believe Quando Rondo's stomping grounds, and cooler heads would have you believe that you know this should have been a dead issue after this you know death of King Vaughn and things of that nature. But the thing is, man, the streets in a lot of ways is about to crash out, and if something is done to you and yours and you don't do something to them and theirs, it's not going to look good in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And if you are not the type of leader to have the cooler head to prevail, you will fall victim to the pressure that comes with the streets, man, because the streets is the biggest rat of them all. You hear me? The streets is the biggest rat of them all, buddy. And the pressure that comes from the street talk can definitely burst pipes, man, because the streets is, the defining factor. It could be wrong, they could be right, but you must act if you're gonna keep continuously be involved because it's about your name and what you did, and it's about it's about the talking, and it's about the talking, man. At the end of the day, you talk people talking this BS, and it's not BS, but you got these street people getting online talking street business. You have no idea what goes on at the round table of the streets, man. You got these street places and street gatherings where street people talk. They talk. Lord have mercy. You don't want to hear what goes. I ain't never heard it. Just for the record. But you know, it gets crazy. Allegedly, assumingly, I don't know. You know, people go and saying telling war stories, and they say a lot of incriminating things that gets around in the streets that don't end up in the goddamn, um, you know, uh, 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 on the court paper. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hearsay. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to get somebody that was actually involved, and they typically do, man. I mean, they did in this case, man. OTF Jam is a man that apparently flipped on Lil Durk. Uh, Seems as though after his baby mama was murked, he felt abandoned and things of that nature. Man, and a scorned man is as dangerous as a scorned woman, man. Seems as though uh, he's flipped on the people. We don't know for sure. We'll find out in due time. Anyways, I'm just saying, man, it is what it is. Shout out to these guys, man. Shout out to the mall cop. You feel me? You treacherous. you are very treacherous, man. You know, shout out to Donald Trump. Listen, you got you got Donald Trump out here in a goddamn garbage man costume for Halloween, damn near, man. Because Joe Biden, genocide Biden, Joe Biden got up on his podium and, you know, at the White House in the middle of in the middle of the most important speech the mall cop Kamala Harris has ever and will ever give. You know what I'm saying? The last, her final speech before she, you know, before the election, you know, day and things of that nature. While he's and Joe Biden's over here calling everybody that's supporting Trump garbage.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
Trump flipped that like he flipped the McDonald's situation on Kamala Harris, and he's driving a goddamn dump truck. Man, this is crazy. Man, shout out to Jeffrey, man. Jeffrey's free. We do believe you're gonna get, you know. Listen, odds be damned. Um, we understand that we believe over here with these mega facts that you know you may have been able to get off, but we have to understand that the judge, listen, Fanny, where's Fanny? Fanny's nowhere around. She's you know, fucking everybody. She got ixnay like Wald. Now we looking for her like Waldo. We got, you know, court reporters taking pictures with Lil Woody throwing the case off. You got Gunner over here ratting. He been out. You feel me? Thought he was right. You got 350 witnesses, and so many of these witnesses ain't credible. You know what I'm saying? Lil Woody ruined the case. But it don't matter, man, because as long as the judge got their goddamn weak ass mind made up, you know, it don't matter. It don't matter. All right? You're gonna put your goddamn fate in the judge's hands, or you're gonna just put your fate in your own hands for 15 years. And look, you're gonna have to put your fate in your own hands for your whole entire life. You feel me? For the most part, you know. Shout out to your parents and things of that nature. But boy, one false move, and you know, you know, who knows, man? You know, setups can happen and things of that nature. But I don't think that's gonna be the case for Young Thug. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Young Thug. Shout out to Big Meech, man. Shout out to Young Durk, Lil Durk. We hope over here with these mega facts that things ain't as bad as what they seem, as the distractions of this political election season roll on. We'll see what we got next, man. We believe there will be more come the 5th of November, the vendetta of the Mockingbird media coming out like Mr. V, and the Guy Fisk mask, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how this goes, man. Shout out to the powers that be. You know what I'm saying?
My mother, she understood that there is a community that she wanted her children to be raised in.